Hi, good morning. So, in morning I posted a graph of ITC. So, since couple of days, it has hammered like anything. Like stock came from 240 to 207 now. So, why it's it's falling or it's fallen down? So the reason is recently our finance minister announced some taxes. Okay, so that's why frankly speaking ITC is a purely trading stock. Okay, so for budget, so whenever such budget comes, the traders are more active. Okay, so if you check the past volumes of first 15 days after the budget days, so in these few days or say 1 month or something, this stock corrects as trader are already prepared to hammer these stocks, because every now and then, every year, finance ministers announces taxes for the cigarette companies. Okay, so now let's see कि जो कुछ भी टैक्सेस गवर्नमेंट ने अनाउंस किए है, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने अनाउंस किया, उसका इम्पैक्ट कितना है. तो so there are some taxes. I will not go into details, but I will just highlight there are some taxes which is controlled by central government. Okay, so they have increased that taxes, and due to that tax, the margins of their cigarette business will be shrunken by approximately 6 to 7%. Okay, तो ऐसा बोल सकते हैं कि why such things like फिर इतना स्टॉक क्यों गिरा, 6 से 7-8% जो कुछ भी मार्जिन श्रिंक हुआ सिर्फ सिगरेट बिजनेस का. बिकॉज सिगरेट से रेवेन्यू जो आज के डेट में आ रहा है वो है अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 35 to 38% ऑफ देयर टोटल रेवेन्यू. ओके, एंड फ्रॉम ये तो हुआ रेवेन्यू का पार्ट, बट प्रॉफिट कितना ये सिगरेट बिजनेस दे रहा है इनको. ओके, so the profit this cigarette business is giving to ITC or adding to ITC is 80 to 85% approximately. That is a huge chunk of profit comes from cigarette business. Okay, so ये हर साल यही होता है. ठीक है, so what ITC always do, they hike some prices of this cigarette business. Maybe their volumes are shrunk, but still they will overcome this margin. Okay, so there is really no need to worry about ये कितना गिर गया कितना टूट गया. Okay, so why we are planning to buy or aiming ITC to buy? Okay, the reason is if you see whole FMCG basket, and if you just check the valuation, so many of the FMCG stocks are trading above 50 PE. That is, they are expensive at this point of time, and maybe HUL or say Nestle is 3x since last 4 to 5 or 6 years, something like that. But why ITC is not gaining that charm? So the reason and the main factor is the cigarette business. So people don't like such variation in the profitability, and they are worried कि भाई इसका क्या होगा. Okay, and people are not aware of कि FMCG का business कैसे बढ़ रहा है. Okay, so if you check the last price when the very first time ITC was 200, if we go back few years, the price was 200 first time. It was in December 2013. Maybe we will consider it as a March 2014. and if you check the revenue, so there is a drastic increase in revenue. Since last 6 to 7 years, the revenues are doubled, okay, and the profit is doubled. And if you check category wise, like cigarette एक उनका revenue का source हुआ है, and there is others करके ये डाला है उन्होंने कैटेगरी, विच इज़ अ नॉन सिगरेट बिजनेस. मे बी सब FMCG के प्रोडक्ट उसके अंडर आते हैं. एग्री का है, एंड देन देर इज़ ऑल्सो होटल्स का बिजनेस, पेपर्स का बिजनेस. सो आज के डेट में अगर देखा जाए, यानी पिछले 6-7 साल में सिगरेट बिजनेस में क्या चेंज हुआ है, तो सिगरेट का बिजनेस तो उनका ऑलमोस्ट, यानी पहले सिगरेट कंट्रीब्यूट करता था अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 70-80% of their total revenue, but slowly they are focusing on non-cigarette business, okay. And if you check the capital expenditure or expansions of this cigarette business, so they are adding very less amount for capital expenditure since last 7 years. But if you check the FMCG or agri business, it's tremendously they are investing since last 7 to 8 years, tremendously. If you calculate the total investment done by them in last few years is like almost 15,000+ crores they have invested in this FMCG, agri or paper business, and due to which the revenue in 2013 में शायद अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 30-35% होगा इनका नॉन सिगरेट बिजनेस का, जो आज 60% हो गया है उनके टोटल रेवेन्यू, उनके टोटल रेवेन्यू का. सो यू कैन सी द काइंड ऑफ ग्रोथ दे आर शोइंग, ओके. सो लेट्स कम टू मार्जिन. सो राइट नाउ द सिगरेट इज हाईएस्ट मार्जिन का बिजनेस, ओके, and they are continuously reinvesting in FMCG business. And if you see, the margin are not much shown as compared to the cigarette business. Or if you check the FMCG margin of ITC, it's far less than the other FMCG stocks or businesses, okay. So there is much scope of margin expansion, and when volume rises and margin expands, the possibility of the bottom line, drastically increase in bottom line will be higher, okay. So still yet they had not expanded the margins, okay. So they are just focusing on backward integration. Backward integration I mean to say is सारे, यानी मोस्ट ऑफ द FMCG बिजनेस जो है वो एक तो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करते टू मेंटेन देयर ROE ROC, यानी जितना वो कम खुद इन्वेस्ट करे और बाहर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे दे, तो उनको एक्स्ट्रा मशीनरीज ऐड नहीं करनी पड़ती है. जस्ट इफ यू सी एग्जांपल ऑफ HUL, और इफ यू सी एग्जांपल ऑफ say Colgate, they do contract manufacturing, and they don't invest much in their products, okay. So सारा यानी कुछ पार्ट उनको बाहर से ही कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग से आता है. बट what ITC is doing, it's doing backward integration. That is, they are growing their agri business, ओके. सो जो कुछ भी उनको रॉ मटेरियल लगता है वो उनका डायरेक्टली एग्री से आ जाएगा, एंड अगेन दे आर पेनिट्रेटिंग इन द कमोडिटी बिजनेस, ओके. सो बट स्टिल ये सब मार्जिन एक्सपांशन XYZ सब चीज़ें हो गई है. बट वाई, फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग, आई डोंट लाइक ITC, okay, because it is a big giant, okay. So I don't really like such giant. But ITC is a special case considering current scenario, okay. So what I am targeting to ITC is like it may give 10 to 12% per annum plus 2 to 3% of dividend yield from current date or maybe from past result. So I am just focusing कि उतना growth मुझे दे सकता है. Again, it is a not trading perspective. So if I want to stay in such stock, such giant with no brainer, okay, no brainer in the sense I don't want to spend much time in studying what that company is doing or something like that. So it's completely no brainer. तो मुझे ज़्यादा time spend नहीं करना है. और considering the less amount of time I am spending in the studies, this 10 to 12% of returns are exceptional. Okay. So again, coming back to why I am pushing it. I am recently in these 2 days I have invested after 3 years. I sold ITC 3 years back, and I felt that it is a not growth story, so I exited from that because there were some headwinds. The expansion and all things were going, and still they are expanding, and I believe after 2022 there can be a breakthrough in ITC. Okay, so considering I have invested considering 4 to 5 years of horizon in ITC, and there is no target. बस भाई मुझे तू 10 to 12% दे दे, that's it, I am happy with it. Okay, so how much I have pumped in ITC? So recently I restructured the portfolio and added some more funds. And restructuring means मैं थोड़ा ट्रिम किया हूँ, क्योंकि जब पोर्टफोलियो बढ़ जाता है तो आप मंथली सेविंग के साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं कर सकते. सो आई ट्रिम्ड फ्यू स्टॉक्स. ट्रिम इन द सेंस, जैसे मेरे पास कोई स्टॉक है 500 क्वांटिटी, तो उसका मैं 25 या 50 क्वांटिटी बेच दूंगा, बाकी का होल्ड करूंगा. सो इन सच अ वे आई रेज्ड फंड फ्रॉम माय ओन पोर्टफोलियो, and I have gathered some funds, I have pumped some funds, and I have I invested. अब कितना ITC में इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहिए? तो as of now I have invested 5% of my total holding ये 2 दिन में. Okay, so I am not sipped, or as of now there is no plan to sip, but right now I have invested 5% of my portfolio worth in last 2 days. Okay, so ये ऐसा ही करना पड़ता है. इफ़ यू गेट सच अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड इफ यू हैव ओके सेविंग और ओके होल्डिंग टू रेज द फंड्स एंड इन्वेस्ट, you should pump as a huge amount. Okay, and again as told, it is एक मेरा पोर्टफोलियो भी स्टेबलाइज हो जाएगा, एक डिसेंट ग्रोथ भी मिलेगा. एंड द मेजर रीजन व्हाई I will invest in ITC. So horizon is 5 years, that's okay. So in maybe 1 to 3 4 years, I don't know कि there can be recession or bad situation or anything. ठीक है. So considering that, I get the huge margin of safety in ITC, huge. Okay, बिकॉज कोई भी क्राइसिस आ जाए, लोग सिगरेट पीने ही वाले हैं और प्रोडक्ट्स खरीदने ही वाले हैं जो खाने पीने की है. तो और स्टॉक वैल्यूएशन वाइज सबसे चीपली अवेलेबल है. ठीक है. एंड that is a one reason. Second reason is, if in that crisis I get margin of safety, number one, and number two is I can use these funds to buy some other new opportunity. Maybe मेरे पास फंड ना हो उस टाइम पे, क्राइसिस के टाइम पे, but I can reuse this ITC to buy the best beaten stock in crisis. Maybe उस टाइम पे ITC I'm not sure, but ज़्यादा गिरेगा नहीं. But I am fan of, I like to invest in small and mid cap, as I told and you all know. So I can use these funds to buy some best beaten stock which might be 40-50% down in that crisis. So that is the second reason, and that is also a primary reason. So these two are the reason. to go for the stock like ITC or Britannia or any FMCG stocks, ठीक है. So this is what I think about ITC. टेक्निकल्स पे देखा जाए तो टेक्निकल्स भी अच्छे हैं, ठीक है. सो 200 पे मुझे सपोर्ट दिख रहा है. 280 का नेक्स्ट सपोर्ट है. अगर 280 का प्राइस टूटता है तो मे बी वो 160 या 170 के बीच में जा सकता है, ठीक है. अगेन कंसिडरिंग द वैल्यूएशन, भाई वो वर्स्ट केस सिनारियो 180 के नीचे नहीं आने वाला है. बट I should be prepared to add fund if it breaks 180 or maybe it comes to 160 or 170. I will pump more fund in ITC. तो यहाँ पे घबराने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, frankly speaking. Just study this stock, go in details, what are the headwinds or what are the issues, apply the fundamentals. Again, I'm not big fan of ITC, so if I get excellent opportunity with whatever holdings I have in maybe next crisis or something, I can use ITC to sell. But if everything goes okay in market, so I will just keep holding this ITC for next 4 to 5 years. Okay, so अभी 4 to 5 years में कितना expectation होना चाहिए भाई? ये ITC max to max double हो सकता है अगले 5 साल में, जो easily हो सकता है. I believe it. Okay, and even if it is doubling up in next 5 years, it's like 14-15% per annum के हिसाब से. If it is doubling in 4 years, then it is 18% per annum. I am not calculating dividend yield in these things. So dividend yield आज अगर बाय करते हो तो dividend yield approximately आपको 2.5 से 3 के बीच में मिल जाएगा, ठीक है. So this is what I think about ITC. So apply your fundamentals and take the decision. Thank you.